The following self-defense techniques are examples of how to escape from certain attacks. They are not the only ways by which one may defend oneself and/or escape. In real life, attacks differ. It is up to the individual to make her own choices given the circumstances. Those choices include whether to defend herself physically or not. Every woman has the right to be safe. She has the right to go where she wants, when she wants, how she wants, without fear, without danger. Most men want to protect the women in their lives, their wives, their mothers, their daughters. This video has been produced to help women defend themselves against a violent minority. In this video, we're going to show you how to protect yourself physically and mentally if faced with an attack. We're going to show you basic techniques from frontal attack, attacks from behind, on the ground, and hair grabs. In America, where more research has been funded than anywhere in the world, the Justice Department, of which the FBI is a part, studied over 1.5 million cases of rape during 10 years of research. They found that injuries sustained by women who fought back were the same as those who did not. There was no difference in serious injury whether you resisted or not. Statistics released in 1991 showed that women were 3 times as likely to escape attack when using some form of self-defense. Attackers are not looking for equal partners to fight when they pick women. They see women as easy targets. Dr. Pauline Barth debunks the myth that fighting back excites the assailant. She says, "In no instance in my research did the assailant say when a woman wasn't resisting, 'This is very boring, I'm going to have to find a black belt in karate so I can get turned on.'" Neither does fighting back make him angry. He's already angry and looking for someone to vent it on. An assault is an act of power over another person. The basic rule is to reverse that power as soon as possible, thereby taking control. Remember, time works against the victim. Crime escalates with time. If you're threatened, you have to behave in a way you probably never have before. You have to become uncivilized. Women have to unlearn not raising their voice, unlearn being afraid of hurting someone's feelings, being rude, unlearn being embarrassed, unlearn trusting everyone. If you're attacked, don't be a nice girl. Learn to respect yourself. Learn to trust your instincts. Your instincts are your first warning system, but not many adults have trained themselves to respond to their instincts. Most adults try to analyze, second guess. They wait to see. Do not try to analyze your attacker. What you're doing in effect is trying to be a street corner psychoanalyst in a crime that takes only seconds. Most attackers are experienced. They're most likely repeated offenders. They're prepared. Trained analysts who treat them for months get it wrong. 70% of offenders repeat their crimes. Again, research shows that talking by itself or pleading or being passive are associated with being raped. What you're doing in effect is playing the role of the victim. You're doing exactly what the attacker wants. You have to break that script. Don't play his game. Strategies which have been found to work are combinations of yelling, fleeing or trying to flee, and physical resistance. If you have an option to flee, then take it. Fighting is the last option, the last resort. Never confront unless you have to, unless your life depends on it. Yelling from the diaphragm gives you a shot of adrenaline and helps you breathe. Screaming can constrict you. When you yell, don't just yell at him, yell so everyone can hear you. Now, we've all heard about different ways of defending ourselves within the law. Personal alarms, keys between your fingers. Just remember, anything you carry must be in your hand ready if it's to be of any use. They can be dropped. They can be used against you. But remember, you have 5 natural weapons which you carry with you all the time. Your head, 2 arms, 2 legs. If someone grabs you or your clothes, he has effectively tied up 2 of his 5 defenses. You have 5 left. Don't address where he's attacked you. That's might against might, and he's stronger than you. In self-defense, it's SSS, strategy, speed, and surprise. Go straight for the vulnerable areas. Every male human body has its vulnerable areas, and every woman's body has powerful weapons to use against those targets. These are your natural weapons. Hands, clawing. Clawing's very natural to a woman. Straight into the face. The palm heel of your hand, this fleshy bit here, tense it. Underneath the chin. Under the chin. Or underneath the nose. Under the nose. A clenched fist. Top fist. Straight into the groin. Or, if they're standing behind, the bottom fist. The back fist. This part here. Or into the face. Elbow into the stomach.
Yes.
Now, it's not the bony part here, it's this part here. And it's like pulling a rope straight back. Straight back. And of course, your feet stamping and kicking. Straight onto the foot.
Yes.
When you kick, stand at an angle to your assailant and keep your knee slightly bent. This helps you kick. Turn your whole body from your hips to face him. Bring your knee up and snap it into the groin, like this. Ha! Ha! You can practice at home by getting a cushion and placing it so you can kick it, or get somebody to hold it for you. Ha! Ha! It takes only 8.5 pounds of pressure to break most bones in the body if correctly applied. These are your targets. The eyes. The nose, just underneath it, this part here, with that palm heel. The chin, again this palm heel, under the chin, or to the side of the chin. The throat, and grab right behind the Adam's apple. Ah! Right behind it. In and grab it. The stomach with your elbow. Stomach. The groin with your top fist or bottom fist. The kneecap. Kick across the kneecap. Knock it out. Across and out. And the top of the foot. Stamp down onto that top of the foot with the heel of your foot. Down. The principle of self-defense is to disable your assailant for long enough to get away. This is a vital means of buying time, escaping, and finding help. We all have a space around us which no one should invade. We are entitled to that space. If someone threatens you, extend that space and raise your voice. Back off! If there's no threat, he'll go away. If there is a threat, you're prepared. Off!
Oh, what's up with you?
I'm warning you. Back off.
Just give us a kiss and I'll go.
Back off!
Give us a kiss and I'll go.
This is not fun.
Give me a kiss!
Hit and run. Block his arm with your arm. Hit the carotid artery at the side of his neck with your bottom fist. Place your foot behind his leg. Push him back with all your body force. Trip him up. Hit the side of the neck with your bottom fist. Trip him up, force him backwards. If someone grabs one or both of your wrists, disable the assailant before breaking out of the hold. While he has hold of your wrists, he limits his damage, but he has left his vulnerable areas accessible. Kick to the groin until the grasp is weakened or released. If he still has hold of your wrists, break out by pushing down and out sharply against the thumbs.
Yes!
No! No! No!
Do not attempt to practice the fast, padded-up sections. This is just a reference to show you the speed and force you would have to use if ever attacked. Remember, in a stranglehold, he has tied up 2 of his defences. You have 5 left. Reach up in between his arms and claw to the face and eyes. Hit to the groin with the top fist. Claw up in between his arms into his face and eyes. Top fist to the groin. Don't try to claw the face by reaching around his arm. He can block your defense before you can cause him injury. Raise your arm up and step back. Twist your neck and body around out of the stranglehold. At the same time, bring your arm down sharply across his to break his grip. Hit to the temple, step back, and kick to the groin. Twist and pull your body back. At the same time, bring your arm down sharply across his to break the grip. Hit to the temple. Step back and kick to the groin.
Yes!
No! No!
One hand or 2 is the same technique. Place your hand in the bend of his arm, hold on to the arm, and bear down with your body weight. This helps you balance and pulls him off balance. Step to the side, hit to the groin with your top fist. The reason you step to the side is so that if he falls forward, his head won't injure you by butting into your face. Bear down on his arm, step to the side, hit with the top fist to the groin. You could also use the palm heel of your hand to the side and the bottom of the chin.
No! 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 No!
Again, as with all strangleholds, he has tied up 2 of his defences. You have 5 left. Reach up in between his arms and grab the Adam's apple, pushing back at the same time. Hit with your top fist to the groin. Grab the Adam's apple, squeeze and push back. Hit to the groin.
No! 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 No!
If someone grabs your head or your hair and puts you into a headlock, stamp on the foot. Hit with your top fist to the groin until the grip is weakened or released. Pivot around, away from his grasp, and kick to the groin as often and as hard as you can. The key point is to stamp on the foot and hit to the groin. So stamp on the foot with the heel of your foot and hit to the groin until you're released or the grip is weakened so you can pivot around. Then kick.
No!
Remember, you have to practice these moves. If you practice with a friend, do it slowly and gently. If you do it with speed and full force, you might cause injury. This stuff really works. Before we move on with defenses against attacks from behind, there's more advice I'd like to give you. A criminal will say and do anything to get control. It is the nature of criminals to lie. Never believe them. Never believe the promises. Never believe the threats. If you're walking down the street and you feel danger, trust your instincts. Always have direct eye contact. This will not be deemed as encouragement if your look is assertive. It's better to confront the situation. 1, you'll know if there's a real threat, and 2, you'll be prepared. Turn around, cross the street, walk the other way. If he follows you, make for public areas or knock on a door and ask them to call the police. Remember, women have to unlearn being embarrassed. If you're threatened with a weapon, but he doesn't show it, then it's a 50-50 chance that he has it. Ignore the threat. Focus only on what you must do to escape. You are still better off running from a man with a knife than standing 2 feet from him. Coming up now is the most common form of attack on women. In a back choke, stamp on his foot. Headbutt back into his face. Step to the side and push your hip sideways at the same time. This is important because when he's standing behind you, his vulnerable areas are blocked by your body. Making a space like this makes those targets accessible. Pull your arm sharply away and elbow to the stomach. Hit to the groin with your bottom fist. Any other target you can get, so much the better. Stamp on the foot. headbutt back into the face. If he's taller than you, then butt up and back or up under the chin. Elbow to the stomach, bottom fist to the groin, back fist to the face.
No!
Sometimes it's to your advantage to hold on to him and trap his grip. Push down hard with your hand over his and pivot around to confront him. Hit with your bottom fist to the groin. With your palm heel, hit to his chin. Step back and kick. Remember, in any kind of stranglehold, he has tied up 2 of his defenses and you have 5 left. Trap his hand with your own, pushing down hard. Pivot around, back fist to the groin, then palm heel to his chin. Step back and kick.
Come here.
No!
Again, stamp on the foot and headbutt back into his face or up underneath the chin. Strike with your knuckles until his grip is released. You'll be hitting very sensitive nerves in the back of the hand. Make a space and elbow to the stomach, back fist to the groin. Make a fist and use your knuckles to strike hard into the back of the hand where the nerves are. Hit until the grip is released. Elbow to the stomach. Hit to the groin, and if you can, hit to the face. Again, stamp on the foot and headbutt back into the face or up under the chin. Drop down a little and grab the groin. Twist and pull out, then hit. Stamp on the foot, headbutt, grab, and twist out. Hit to the groin. If someone gets you in a back headlock, hold on to him to keep your balance. Stamp on the foot. Step forwards so you can hit to the groin. Hit until the grip is released or weakened enough for you to pull away. Step back and kick. These defense techniques still work wearing normal clothing. If you're wearing a tight skirt and you need to kick, pull it up. Remember, unlearn being embarrassed. Stamp on the foot, hold on for balance. Step sideways to the front of him, hit to the groin, and if you can, kick. Stamp on the foot again. Drop down and headbutt to the face or up under the chin. Step sideways to make that space, to make his vulnerable areas accessible. Elbow to the stomach, hit the groin, and hit the face if you can. You can stamp with the heel of your foot or all the foot if you can't do that. Headbutt, elbow to the stomach, bottom fist to the groin, and back fist to the face. If you're pushed to the ground and you don't have time to get up, roll to face the assailant. Curl into a defensive position. This protects your vulnerable areas. As he approaches, either kick his shins or place your foot nearest the ground behind his ankle and kick the knee backwards. This will make him fall over. Curl into a defensive position facing the assailant. Place your bottom foot behind his ankle and kick his knee backwards. Practice these techniques slowly and gently. Sanford Strong, international crime defense instructor and author, has found that there are 5 characteristics in common with people who survived or escaped attack. 1. They had drawn the line. They had decisions made ahead of time of what to do if they were attacked. 2. They expected to get hurt. Now that may come as a shock to you, but in reality you have to accept that when facing a violent crime, you will probably be hurt, but you can still escape and survive. 3. They reacted quickly. Remember, time works against the victim. 4. They concentrated on one thing: to escape. They ignored the threats or injuries being committed against them. And 5. They were frightened of being controlled by a criminal. They would not subject themselves to the savagery of an attacker. If somebody grabs the ends of your hair, Turn to face the assailant immediately. He will not expect this. Claw into the face and eyes and hit to the groin with your top fist. Don't pull away. This will just hurt you and not help you. Turn to face the assailant. Claw into the face and eyes. Hit to the groin.
Oh, no! 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 No!
Again, sometimes it's to your advantage to hold on to the assailant. Using both your hands, push his hand down hard onto your head. Drop down slightly and twist sharply to face him. Don't let go. This locks and injures his wrist, giving you the opportunity to kick. Using both your hands, push his hand down hard onto your head. Drop down and twist to face him. Kick.
Oh, no! 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 No!
If you're attacked, there is one rule never to be broken. Out of everything you've learned from this video, this is the most important piece of information to remember. Never be taken from crime scene number 1 to crime scene number 2. Crime scene number 1 is where you confront the criminal. Crime scene number 2 is where he may take you. Crime scene number 2 will be worse for you. It'll be isolated, you won't choose it, and in the case of injury, you won't be able to get help. An attacker has complete control in crime scene number 2. 80 to 90% of serious injuries in violent crimes happens in deserted, isolated areas. Expect no mercy from an attacker. Criminals are not like you. They do not have your value system. If you rely on their being nice to you for your safety, you are making a big mistake. Making deals with crooks is making deals with liars. Keep focusing on what you have to do to escape. Place your legs either side of the assailant. This is in preparation to twist and roll him off you using your hips and legs. Weave your arm over one of his arms and under the other arm, placing your hand behind his elbow. Hit your hand behind his elbow with your other hand and push and twist him to the side. At the same time, push with your legs and hips. This will throw him off you. Roll with him and trap his leg with your body. Bring up your other knee into his groin and hit with your bottom fist. This technique pushes the elbow against the natural way it works. It's a weak and vulnerable point for him. Spread your legs so you can lift up and twist with your hips. Then weave your arm over one of his arms and under the other arm, placing your hand behind his elbow.
Hit your hand behind his elbow with your other hand and push and twist him to the side. Trap his leg, bring the knee up and hit to the groin. In defense, where the head goes, the body goes. Grab his hair, or if he's bald, his ear. Use the palm heel of your hand up under his nose and twist, rolling him off. Hit to the nose and hit to the groin. Where the head goes, the body goes. Grab the hair, or the ear if he doesn't have hair, push up under the nose with that palm heel and twist, rolling him off. Hit to the face and the groin. If your shoulders are pinned down, arch your body up as high as you can. This tips him forward. Raise your knee up and knee him sharply in the back, continuing to arch and tip him off. Hit to the groin with a clenched fist. Arch your body up high, knee him in the back, more than once if you have to, until he's off. Hit to the groin.
What self-defense does is teach you how to defend your space. It heightens your awareness and it prepares you for faster and better responses. If a woman is attacked, it's not her fault. She is not to blame. Self-defense doesn't guarantee you an escape or freedom from injury. What it does is it lowers the risk of becoming a victim. It gives you a better chance.
You back off. Back off. This is not fun. Hit and run.
taking control. control.